Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today, we're going to review the Bliger BB Chronograph. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing the Siloa 503B. I just reviewed this watch, so if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out. And Gregor's wearing my Cadison C7064. Gregor said that the Jedi Academy Board of Trustees met to see if they were going to make Master Skywalker resign, since he used Academy funds to buy a new luxury land speeder. The president said, "How can we get rid of Luke? He is the only Jedi left in the galaxy and is our only hope." Yoda's Force Ghost said, "Duh, there is another." All right, let's take a look at this watch. It did not come in a box. It did come in a fairly sturdy styrofoam container for shipping, but no box. But here it is. It's a nice looking watch. It looks a lot like a Tudor. So here it is in all its glory. So far I've been very pleased with this watch. Seems to be a pretty good buy anyway. This is the first Bliger on my channel. I don't know why I waited so long, as I have been doing this for 4 years and they've been all over AliExpress the whole time. This is an homage to the Tudor Black BB Chronograph, which is a 2-register chronograph, which is why Bliger went with the VK64 Mecha Quartz movement, which is basically a VK63 without the running second hand. Anyone familiar with my channel knows I wish Seiko would come out with a 2-register Mecha Quartz that had the right subdial as a running second hand rather than the 24-hour hand, which is just a glorified AM/PM indicator. One thing I really like about the Tudor Black BB Chronograph over the Rolex Daytona is that Tudor has a date. I'm a big fan of dates on a watch, as it is the only complication I regularly use, and the VK64 has its date proudly at the 6, just like the Tudor. This watch comes in many colorways. I chose the flamingo blue color, which Tudor marketing says is the blue of the water that flamingos love. If you want the look of another limited color, there is pink of the Giro d'Italia bicycle racing team. Both the pink and the blue come on the J-style bracelets. If you want more traditional colors, you will get the 3-link bracelet. There is the panda in ceramic or steel bezel. Then there is the reverse panda that comes with the steel bezel, or there is an all-black dial with the ceramic bezel. The watch is 39.1 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, 48.2 lug to lug with protruding end links. It's only 12.2 millimeters thick, so it's fairly thin. Has a 20 millimeter lug width, which tapers down to 16, and weighs 127 grams on the supply bracelet with 2 links removed. Yes, I only removed 2 links. We have the bezel. It's ceramic and it has a tachymeter, and since this has a large second sweeping chronograph hand, the tachymeter is actually usable. And then we have the dial. The dial is a flat blue, but it has kind of a texture to it if you look at it closely, so it does look really nice. Then up top we have the Bliger name and logo, and then it says Quartz. Then on the bottom, it says 200 meters, but if you look at the AliExpress ad, it says 50 meters. So I have a feeling that's a fib, because there's more fibs on the bottom, because it says chronometer officially certified. And if you believe that this is officially certified, then you are officially certified. Then we have the sub-second markers, and then we have the indices and their dots, except for we have a triangle at the 12. And then we have the hands. We have the fence post minute hand, the snowflake hour hand. And then we have the large second chronograph hand, and there is no running second hand with the VK64. Now on the right, we have the 24-hour subdial. On the left, we have the chronograph minute counter. Then we have a date at the 6. And this being a VK64 powered chronograph, the large second hand sweeps. It ticks 5 times a second. And then when you go to reset it, you get an instant snapback instead of a fast rewind. Then we have the crown. It's unsigned. It's a screw down, and the thread action feels fine. It You don't feel a lot of resistance when you unscrew it. It pops nicely. Then when you go to screw it down, it usually catches right away. Never works the same in the review. And then we have the lock pushers. They're not really, lock pushers really aren't screw down because you don't screw them into the case. When you screw them down, it just locks everything. So you don't accidentally press it when it's underwater, because that would be a disaster. Then we have the crystal sapphire flat, and I think it has AR coating because it does a pretty good job of not reflecting. So I like that. And then we have the case. The case is solid steel, and it's polished on the sides and the tops, but brushed on the bottom. And it's fairly thin, so I like the case. And then we have the case back. The case back is a screw down coin edge with no writing. And you will need a special tool for that. You need the 29.5 millimeter case back opener. And of course you could try the ball. I've never had much luck with a ball, but since this is a quartz watch, you will have to take the case back off eventually to change the battery. Underneath the case back is the VK64 Mecha Quartz movement. This is designed by Seiko, and it's a fairly nice movement. Like I said, my biggest drawback of it is it doesn't have a running second hand, and I like having a running second hand. Then we have the bracelet. The bracelet's a solid J style, and we have solid protruding end links. It would have been nice if these were inverted, but they're not. And then we have screw pin adjusters, not push pins. I prefer push pins. I just think they're easier. And as you can see, these heads are really, really small. So you need a tiny screwdriver to get these out. And then we have the clasp. The clasp is unsigned, but it's solid, it's sturdy, and they did a good job with it. Plus, looky here, we have on-the-fly adjustment. So that's always nice. That means when your wrist swells or shrinks, you can change it without, you can adjust it without a tool. You just pop it out, go back and forth to however you want, then just pop it back in. Easy peasy. Here's the watch on my 7.5 inch wrist. That looks really nice, and that wears nice and flat. And I removed 2 links. So this is not the longest bracelet in the world. So if your wrist is much bigger than 8, you're gonna need to put it on a different bracelet, or you're gonna need some more links. So I don't know if you can ask Bliger for more links or not. Of course, Bliger sells the bracelet by itself, and so you could just buy another bracelet and rob the links off of it. Or you could just buy another watch and put the other watch on a strap and rob the links out of it. Keep in mind, only the blue and the pink have the J style though. Here we are in the Loom room, and when we test this watch, we're going to see perhaps the biggest flaw of this watch. As we speed up the time, we see that I should have moved the chronograph hand because it is covering up the 12 o'clock marker, but oh well, I don't want to test again. But the rest of the dots are glowing quite nicely, but look at the major hands. They are already about gone, and it is always so frustrating to see a watch with great indices but lackluster hands, as it is the hands that matter, as you can't tell the time without them. What I like about this watch, it has stunning looks, and it really looks like the Tudor that it is homaging. It has an on-the-fly adjustable clasp, makes it really easy to adjust. And this sapphire crystal does a really good job of not reflecting. You only really see a good reflection when I hit the overhead light directly. What are my gripes and groans? It has protruding end links. It'd be nice if they were inverted. The bracelet is too short. I only removed 2 links. It has a coin edge case back, meaning you'll need a special tool to open it to change the battery. And the bottom on the dial is full of lies. It lies about the depth rating, and it says it's an officially certified chronometer, which it is not. Do I recommend this watch? Yes, of course. This watch looks great, and it has an on-the-fly adjustable clasp. I just wish Seiko would come out with a 2-register chronograph with a running second hand. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Bliger BB Chronograph, and I'll be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link, and I'll get a tiny commission, but they do add up. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. Here you are. I still have the Members Choice watch up for sale. As soon as that sells, I will put another watch up for vote. Bye.